Hey traders, John Howell here. We are going to look at just all the markets today. We're going to look at Dow Jones, S&P, Nasdaq. We're also going to look at some silver and gold, maybe some silver and gold stocks, and they're also going to follow up with Bitcoin as well. Let's get straight into it. Do not place a trade based on what you're seeing in this video. Trading is risky and it can cause substantial financial loss. There is no guarantees of making money in the markets, and trading is the most hardest thing you'll ever do, and it takes a long time to become a good trader. So this video is just educational only. If you're struggling with your trading right now, then click on the very first link in the description. We're going to learn a free training, the 7 universal laws to become a master trader that will boost your success, consistency, and confidence without spending a decade trying to figure it out. Click on the very first link in the description right now. Alright guys, so let's actually get straight into what's going on right now with all the indices and what's happening right now. The first thing on the Dow Jones is that we can see, if I just take everything off the screen, I bring up, say, our 3-month view very closely here. As we can see on the Dow Jones, what's happening right now, we've got like this little, call it a hammer, spinning reversal candle. And as you can definitely see, if I bring up my charts through here, you can definitely see this level through here definitely being a major support level in the markets. So I believe if we do get a rally down through here, this is likely to find a lot of support through here, and then we're likely to rally back up and out. So if that does happen, if the market goes down to there and we rally back up and out, I believe we can get a nice strong rally back up in this. But bear in mind, look at us holding this 50 moving average. This 50 moving average, 52 moving average, look at it in the past. We have not broken below this significantly in the past like we have in a long time. Now remember, back here was when the election was happening. Bam, wham, thank you, man, we took off. We didn't even have some veer pullback through here down below the 50. So this is the very first time things looks like they're starting to change right now. So keep that in mind. Now I also want to share with you and show you is what the overall long-term chart's doing. Now if I bring up my trend lines here and bring up my weekly chart, you can actually see where we're at right now as well too. So you can see that this long-term weekly chart is we're at this level through here, at this level through here and through here. And now you can see this long-term support level is holding where we are right now. So we're at that long-term support level. We go back to the daily chart, and now we can see what? We can see that we're getting an increase in volume, and we're getting like a reversal type of bar here. So that tells me that we have a really good chance now of rallying up and out. Like once again, if we do get a rally back down, you can see that this whole level through here, that whole level through there is likely to be a major support level. And if we do open and rally down, we're likely to find support, and then we're likely to rally back up and have another nice movement to the high side. So that's what we're seeing there on the Dow Jones. Pretty much similar, same thing on the S&P. A nice little reversal. If we come back down, the way the day traders, and I'll teach you this here so you guys know, the way that the day traders use this sort of candle through here, or sort of bar analysis through here, is a very successful strategy that's been used in the past, or but is used, and I've seen this work so many times. Is whenever you let me take this off here, whenever you get a reversal type of bar, you use the previous candle as the support or resistance. So what I mean by that is this: if I use this bar through here, if I look at this bar here, right, it's a bit of a reversal candle, right? Runs up, comes back down, closes low. Well, then we go to the next bar. See how this was the high up through there? Well, that means if the market rallies up through there, well, it's likely to be short into. So this works wonders, absolutely amazing on the futures chart, because the futures obviously have a lot more movement than say the S&P 500 cash. But if the futures run up, this level through here, and what the day traders do is they will short into it here, have a stop below up here, and then it has a really good high probability chance of holding. They'll short into it and then rally back down. So on the flip side, what the day traders are likely to be doing right now, and I know I used to be, this is the type of trader I used to be, and it worked wonders on the S&P 500, long-term trades there, is that what's likely to happen is now, because we've got this sort of reversal where the market down, came back up and closed high, this low of the bar is now likely to be a significant support. So if the futures market opens and rallies back down and goes to here, we have a really good chance of holding and then rallying, and then not only holding, but they'll start to short it here. They'll have a stop below here, stop just below the low, and then they'll look for a rally back up and out. That's how what I call the day traders. Now they're not. that is not it's not a scalping position. We're looking at the daily chart right now. If you're looking to get in and get out really quickly, use the 1 minute chart, the 5 minute charts. What this is looking at the daily chart and putting a position to place a trade on for that day. And that's what I used to do. I used to place what we call a bracket order. And a bracket order would simply means as I would set up an order. So, okay, cool. I'd have a target here. And I just say, for example, what I would say is, okay, then there, a stop below here is going to give me an 8-point stop. I'm looking for a minimum of 10-point target, and then I'd use a bracket order. So, okay, as soon as I get filled here, I want this stop to appear. I want this target to appear, and then as soon as this market rallies up, say 5 or say 6 points, I would bring my stop up to break even, maybe even plus 2 points. And then I just let it go. The market rallies back down. I get stopped out for 2 points for profit. If it keeps rallying back up, then I'd have a target here of 10 points through there. And then I used to do that a lot. But then when I used to start, that was when I was trading one contract. But then when I started trading more than one contract, say 3 contracts, what I would do is I'd do the exact same thing. But I would take off 2 contracts here. I would take off 2 contracts, so I only have 1 contract left. I'd bring my if this here was 10 points, then I'd bring my stop up here up to say 5 points profit, and then I'd let the rest go. And if we do have a 20 point, 30 point, 50 point drop or rally, then I'd pick up on that on the upside. And out of the profitable trades, maybe 1 out of 20 trades would actually have a really good runner. The rest would give me maybe a 5 to 10 point profit. Sometimes a little bit more, sometimes a little bit less. So that's how the day traders are likely to be handling this day right now. I can guarantee there's going to be a lot of orders right now at this level through here to go long this market. The day traders will be waiting for a good pullback, and that good pullback they're likely to start getting into it. So on the futures market, I guarantee you'll see a lot of buy orders around this whole area through here. So around this whole area, not exactly one area, because they like to scale in, but from there to there, there will be a lot of orders going through there. And the same for the Nasdaq as well too. Nasdaq futures, once again, you can see there's similar, same thing. And once again, guys, this works wonders when you get what we call a spinning reversal bar. Again, on the futures, I'm looking at the Nasdaq cash chart, but on the futures, what's likely to happen is that if the futures start to have a bit of a pullback through here, the buyers are going to start to load up through here, and then we have a really good chance, around about, I'd say 70% success rate overall with this strategy, and then the market rallies back up. So this is a really successful strategy if you're looking to do it. Again, what I recommend you doing is if you want to trade this sort of a strategy or this sort of trading, then I recommend you obviously paper trading it first, and once you start to get comfortable with it, only risk 1% of your account on any one trade, and then go from there. And that's what you want to do again. But the trading strategy is 20%. If you cannot stick to this system here and be disciplined 100% of the time, and we all, right, 100% of the time, 80% of all your success, I reckon say 90% of your success comes from your ability to be disciplined in that strategy. What I just told you right there is a winning strategy. I guarantee it. I guarantee it's a winning strategy. You take 20 trades like that, and you're likely to come out probably 70 or even 60% right. Then 60% right or 70% right. It's around about 70% right that strategy works quite well. But that's not what makes a successful trade. Successful trade is all about being disciplined in the markets. So I wanted to quickly share that with you. Now looking on silver and gold, what's coming up this week on silver and gold? And let's have a quick look here. Let's have a look here. So right now we're looking at the silver chart. Right now we're looking at a very close-up view on the silver chart. And what do we see here right now on this silver chart? We see that there's obviously, this is actually sort of say gold chart here. This gold chart right now is doing what? It's had a bit of a rally back down, and now we're going sideways through here. So really not much going on. Let me look at this weekly chart. The weekly chart says that we could actually get a bit more of a pullback. We do have this still ultimate major support level here on this weekly chart. So on the short term, even though we are pointing up on this moving average, we could indeed get a bit of a rally back down. Now the area that I'm watching out for is, you can see this whole area through here. that whole area through there, as you can see on the, let me just take it off the screen there. As you can see from this level through here, we had a lot of support. Now we had a lot of resistance, and now it's actually breaking down and finding a little support around this area. So this would be the key area to watch out for. Do we actually get a bit of a drop down through here? And if we do, we're likely to find a bit of support through here. Or if we do hold here and we start to rally back up above this 1330 level, that tells me we are now getting ready to have a rally back down. Now we do have a short-term, we do have a short-term target or a short-term trend line coming down through here on this chart through here, right there. So that'll be the angle, that'll be the trend line that I'll be keeping an eye out for. Let me just bring this, actually, let me bring this onto the close through there. So when you're drawing your trend lines, you can use the wicks, or you can use like the bodies. I like to generally use the bodies, sometimes the wicks. All I'm looking for is really just a valid trend line. So that to me is absolutely valid. Now, what makes a valid trend line? The more touches we get on that trend line, the more valid it is. So once again, if we do get a rally back up and out, and we definitely start to get a nice close above this trend line through here on gold, that's gonna send us probably sky high through there. Moving back onto silver, once again, looking on silver, what's going on through here? We can see that we definitely have a bit of a channel going on through here. If I draw that trend line through there, again, this is on a short-term analysis here. My monthly chart says that we're probably going to, monthly chart says that we may get a little bit more sell-off, but overall I see triple-digit gains coming over the next couple of years. That's my long-term charts. Short-term charts, look where we are right now, right? We're definitely at this level through here. So short-term charts, we're holding here very, very nicely through here. We had a bit of a rally up. Never been that through there. Bit of a drop down, sideways movement. So if we get a bit, we actually may even be getting ready for a little rally up again. Now this is looking on the very, 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 very short term chart here, right? Once again, if we look back here on the daily chart through here and look at this moving down through here, right? We're starting to create this lower low, lower high. So we would definitely need to start to break above this channel. This channel that I've gotten drawn through here for this whole trend to change. And also we definitely need to see silver breaking back above this $16.50 to $17 level, this whole area through here. As you can see, this whole band through here really in the past as well too. That whole band through there, and it's not really, sometimes when you're drawing your support and resistance levels, it can be a finite area, or sorry, finite line, or it can be an area of support or resistance, right? So it's like, oh, support's at $17.02. You know what I mean? It's not, sometimes it's not like that, and hardly ever it's like that. It's a bit of a range. And as you can see, right, and the reason why is you can see we have all the support through here, support through there. You can see all the support through here, and you had the market found support through there, all through here as well too. And then all through here as well too. So this is, silver is on a continued nice, silver is on a big sloping downtrend through here. You don't want to be going long this market right now, silver. Silver, for this thing to start to turn around, we need to see it. We need to rally back up, and we need a strong rally back up, and we need to rally back above this $17 level. Once that happens on silver, then I think we can break this high, and then we can go for a new run. I think once that happens as well too, then the gold charts are likely to see a rally to the high side as well too. So moving on now to say things like the XAU. What do I see here with the XAU? Well, let me just delete everything off the screen here once again, and I'll show you what I'm seeing here, the XAU on the overall market through here. What was happening? We did actually have we had a nice upward channel through here. As you can see, the channel was very, very, very nicely to the high side, as we can see through there. Let me actually just bring up the channel just somewhere through there. So very, very nicely came down, held that channel through there, and now it actually broke back down. Now we're on a big slope, and now we've been trending down for quite some time. So I think now looking at this, and we're at this level through here, we're holding here. I believe the HUI is now getting ready for a bit of a turnaround, and we're getting ready for a bit of a rally back up. The trend hasn't changed. Sellers are in control. What I'm saying right now is we've just had a big long-term drop through here. So we're at least due for a bit of a pullback if it's going to go for another run to the downside. And as you can see, this move through here was a bit like a capitulation move, a big selling move, right? This is a big drop after after market's been dropping now for quite some time. So, and we're at this level of support through here. So therefore I see this market rallying back up through there. Moving on now to GDX. And once again, look at this GDX chart, gold miners index, very, 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 very strong reversal pin bar, hammer, whatever you want to call it. The last time you saw that, right? And especially after this long-term drop on this downside, we can see what's happening through here on the GDX. So with this GDX chart, you can see this reversal bar through here. That tells me that after a big long-term drop and at a significant support level and a reversal bar, we're now likely to see a bit of a rally back up and out of this here. And you can see last time we had a bit of a drop down through here sideways, had a nice strong sort of engulfing candle there through there, and then that sort of sideways and sent us off to the high side as well too, and we started rallying. The difference is this time is the selling move down through here has been so much stronger that we have not been able to see. I don't believe this is now likely to rally and rally strongly back up. We have more of a chance of rallying back up and then breaking back down through there. Then actually rallying back up, but we are now due for a pullback because the market has been dropped for quite some time, having a bit of reversal through here, big reversal candle through there. So I am seeing that the market is now likely to start shifting back up to the high side. Looking at the gold miners junior index, the GDXJ index. Once again, very similar to just the gold miners index, but not much of a reversal bar. But once again, we've been dropping for a lot of times right now for quite some time. We're at this level, we held this level of support, so we are due for a bit of a pullback. So I believe we'll likely get a bit of what we call a relief rally, and we definitely do see that the area. You can see there's the support resistance level through there, but there's also a lot up through there. So once again, this is now what we call an area, and so we can see that this. You see all this resistance back here, right? All this resistance and support back here. So you want to start from that low level through there. But as you can see, as you can see, we also have a lot of support and resistance up and around these levels through here. Support through here as well too. So that's what I'm seeing through there. So if we have a look at the markets running, man, Johnny, you got to take a breath. All right, I'm just gonna roll here tonight. Today, I don't know why. Anyway, so as we can see here, right, we have this lot of support and resistance levels all through here, support through here, support through here. Therefore we've had this drop down. So therefore, for the gold miner juniors index to completely change, one, we need to say rally back up, but then we need to start seeing a rally back above this whole area, which is a band of support and resistance. Looking on now to the overall silver index, once again, silver had a big drop down through here, nice drop down through, big drop down. We started going up through here, and then we started creating this sort of breakdown through here, and we have been breaking down. We had, as you can see, we've been dropping down quite some time, and we had a nice strong selling bar through here. I believe that's like a bit of a capitulation type of day. And what I mean by that is I believe now after this drop in this significant low, now we're likely to start seeing a bit of a rally back up and out. Now, where's it likely to rally to? Once again, it has made a significant low, so sellers are still majorly in control. If I delete everything off the screen here for a minute, again, guys, this is looking on the short term. This is looking probably over the next week. That's what I'm looking at here over the next week. There's that significant support level there as well too. And this one here is pretty close, isn't it? Once again, let's actually draw that band. It's more like a band. Start this resistance back here, and as you can see, it's more like a band, isn't it, than anything else. So we have this level. It's a pretty tight band, but it'll be this area through here, basically the $32 level here on the SIL, which is the silver, the silver ETF, or the silver, what do you call it? The silver miners ETF. So once we can see a bit of a capitulation move down through here, so I do see that we're now likely to hold, and we're now likely to rally back up and out from here, and we're now likely to see a pretty strong move moving up with silver and gold, because we've been going down for quite some time. We had a real strong move down through here, and due to the nature of how the markets work, we've been dropping all this time. Therefore, I believe we're now likely to see a bit of a short-term rally to the high side, but that's not something to buy into. That's not something to get into. That's not saying the trend is changed. No, because what has now happened? We have a high. We have a now significant lower high, and a big strong selling and down move. For the whole trend to change, for this whole trend to change, we need to start changing above this. We need to start getting above this $32 level, and especially we need to start breaking above this significant high, because this here was the last high. We need to start seeing a rally back up. If we get a sharp rally, if we get a sharp buying move up and out, we can now see a move back up through there. So that's what I'm seeing now on the silver and gold index as well too. So stocks like, for example, AG, I actually personally got caught in AG. I did buy some options through here. So looking at stocks like AG where we are right now, and you see this big move down through here, I do see that AG once again has been dropping down through here. And once again, I did buy options through here, and I got caught. I got caught here. On this one through here, and then the market dropped down through there, and you can see this nice big strong bow started this downward move, and now we've been accelerated to the downside. So that tells me we're now getting ready for a nice rally, at least a short-term rally back up towards these levels through here. Once again, it's not a trading opportunity for me because it's going against the trend. But one thing I'm saying is that what the market's doing right now, what I'm seeing right now, and once again, the way the markets work is that the market goes for a nice run, it has a pullback, a run, a pullback, a run. And the same with the downside, market run, pullback, run, right? So we've gone for a run, now we're getting ready for a pullback. So that makes sense. But if we do start to, if this significant low through here is now, if this significant area through, which is the 625 to 650, if we have a look at that area through there, which is the AG through here, you can actually see if the market is dropping down through here, and then we definitely start getting a rally right back up above here, we get a rally back above like that, then I would say this whole thing here is a final shake and bake in the market. This is like then that's likely to be a final low, and we're likely to rally back up to the high side. Now again, that's not guaranteed. You want to make sure you keep an eye on that weekly chart as well. Stocks like, for example, NG. Again, I got into NG as well too. NG is actually holding up quite nicely compared to most stocks out there. One thing, if you are again, I was in NG. I'm not anymore. But looking at significant support and resistance levels in the markets, and what you want to keep an eye out for is this level through here. Now, if this level through here, we can see once again, it's more like an area. If we have a look through here, a major support level through here, major support level through there, and we can see this all these resistance levels through here, and we're just going sideways, aren't we? So if we get a open and we get a nice rally back above here with really good volume, that tells me we're now likely to hold here. We're now likely to continue rallying, probably have a nice rally back up in the markets, because that's actually holding, and it hasn't even been dropping this gold stock. I'm pretty sure it's a gold stock, NG. Let me just double check here. Yeah, it's a gold stock. I was pretty sure it's a gold stock. So because gold's been falling, silver, gold, the gold indexes have been falling, GDXJ, and the gold's been falling. If this thing turns around, that tells me we're now likely to see a pretty significant rally back up and out to the high side. So that's what I see there on NG as well too. Stocks like actual gold, I'm just pulling stocks off out of you know, I'm just pulling stocks out of just off my brain sort of thing here. Looking on for example, a stock like GOLD. What's happening here? We had a pretty significant drop down through there. So what are we now likely to see here with this GOLD? Right, we had a big significant drop down through. We're now likely to see a pretty significant rally back up to the high side, especially with this GOLD chart as well too, right? So hold here, and we're now likely to see a pretty significant rally, especially back up towards that $90 level as well too. GEM is now coming to my mind as well too. Again, I'm not sure why GEM. Well, that's actually, is that Goldman Sachs? It was GEM coming into my mind. I'm not sure why. So if any other stocks you guys want me to look at, then let me know what you want me to look at through there. Just a quick look over some of the other major stocks through here, guys, like such thing as like Tesla. You can see what happened here with Tesla. Tesla had a big selling down day, and the market actually rallied back down, and now we had a bit of a rally back up. Now we are holding this significant level through here. I do see Tesla. One thing about Tesla is if I just delete, let me just delete that off the screen there. Can I delete that? Actually, you know what? Let me delete everything off the screen through here. Let me delete all. And so if you can see what's happening right now on the overall First Majestic through, Tesla, we had a major high through here. Now we had a pretty significant major bottom, and you can see that this whole area 50% level has been holding. And now what have we been doing? We've been up, and we've also been rallying up and out of this upward trend through here. So I see a lot more pressure, downward pressure on Tesla. Let's have a quick look at Apple as well too. Apple, what happened with that? What happened with Apple? A big rally back down. You can see nice little sort of reversal bar through here on Apple. So once again, I do see we're likely to start getting a pretty significant, I believe, a nice rally up and out of a lot of these stocks through here. I think gold and silver stocks are likely to rally a little bit this week, and I do see the stock market actually rallying quite nicely this week. You can see this market's at this ultra low level through here, where we are looking at the 6-month view. Again, best thing to do is, again, this is Apple's looking on the short-term chart. We did make a significant low through here, and we had this sort of reversal bar through here with a lot of volume. So I do see that Apple is now likely to start seeing a significant rally to the high side, looking at that through there. So you can see from where we are here, and I believe we're now likely to see a significant rally back up. Now, where is Apple likely to run to if that does happen? Once again, we did have this sort of, we're basing out through here, aren't we? It's like a bit of a double bottom on Apple. Bottom, bit of double bottom, reversal bar, good volume. So I believe if we get a bit of a pullback, we're likely to see a little rally back up and out through there. I believe we're likely to I believe that the stock market's likely to have a bit of a rally this week as well too. So we're seeing a lot of opportunities through here as well. Now, where is the significant support and resistance? Once again, if you go back here, now remember guys, this is looking at the short-term view. Bring up bring up the 3-month view chart, and if you bring up the 3-month view chart, you can see what's going on through here. This whole area, this whole band, 166 to 168, has been that area. If you are looking for Apple to completely change its trend back to the high side, then that's what you'll be looking out for. What's likely to happen with Apple right now? Apple now has a really good chance of holding through here and now having a good rally where up to the upside. So I do see buying coming back into Apple, and I see a lot of buying coming back into a lot of the stocks through there that I'm talking about right now and what I'm looking at through there. So that's what I'm looking at Apple. Any other stocks that I'm looking at here? Some of the other, say, big banks as well too. What's happened with JP Morgan? Similar thing here with JP Morgan. Reversal bar. Again, I see a lot of these stocks have these reversal bar type movements. So I see a lot of bullishness coming back into the markets this week. What other stocks, guys? What other stocks? Talk to me. Send me some vibes right now. I'm thinking. What am I thinking? I'm thinking. Let me see through here. I'm just gonna. Obviously, I'm gonna get the Bitcoin at the very last one through here. But I'm just going to see the most popular stocks. Say such thing as say Amazon, AMZN. Right, what happened with Amazon? Amazon, once again, a nice down bar. Amazon actually came down to its bottom channel. Isn't that interesting? Look where Amazon actually bounced off. Support line there, support line there. Trend lines work. So I actually do see that Amazon hasn't been selling off that strongly. So I don't believe we're likely to see a big move out of Amazon like the other stocks. Because remember, the stocks have been selling off quite strongly. So Amazon's not one of those stocks that I see through there. Also looking at things like also Google as well. Google's been selling off quite strong, and we have this pretty significant gap here to fill. And pretty much most of the time, Google does fill its gap. So I do see a pretty strong, significant reversal coming out of this tech stock through here. Let's have a look at say FDX. FDX is coming up on my charts. FDX, once again, nice little sort of sideways movement through there, then a breakup bar through there, and away we go. And we're getting a little reversal bar through here, so I do see we're likely to get a bit of a rally back up on FDX. Let's have a look here. Let's have a look at say Facebook. Facebook, once again, what happened with Facebook? A little drop down, nice little reversal bar. Guys, as you can see, there's a lot of reversal activity happening. So I see a lot of bullishness. I see a lot of reversal activity, a lot of movement on the high side likely to come this week from this trading activity. Now, once again, this is now looking at if you're looking at the day trade Apple or Facebook, what is Facebook likely to do? If I go to the hourly chart, let me squeeze my hourly chart up. Actually, let me go back to the daily chart, so it's much more simpler through here. If the day traders on Facebook are likely to do what? As I said before, they're likely to open through here. They're likely to come back down through here. This whole level through here is likely to be some sort of significant support. If it does come down through there, they'll have a stop below there because no trade is guaranteed to work. And then we're likely to see a movement back up to the high side, just like that. So that's what I'm seeing through there. GE also as well too. Looking at GE, GE is just continue its massive slide on the downtrend. don't be fighting GE. Don't be trying to pick a bottom in GE. I'm not even going to say this is not likely to reverse back up, because GE is just getting hammered into the dumpsters, and it's just getting down and down and down and down. The one thing about GE is that when you start to see a lot more like a really strong capitulation move, then we're now likely to see a bounce. But GE is getting almost down to where it was on these ultra low levels through there. There's obviously a lot more stocks going on right now, guys, and as you can see, this is what I do my analysis. If you are interested more about how I do things and stuff like that, again, click on that very first link in the description. Go check out my webinar, and I can help you out with that. If you'd like for me to actually help you one-on-one and get an hour coaching call with me to get you on the right track, then again, that link's in the description as well too. Little pitch for you there. Now, let me go back to, let me bring up some Bitcoin chart for you. I'm just looking at my other screen right now. I'm going to bring up my good old investing.com. All right, investing.com. Let's go bring up this chart through here. We're going to go have a look at Bitcoin as well too. So we're going to look at the Bitcoin chart and see what the Bitcoin has been doing. Right, Bitcoin's down just slightly today. It's at 8,000. Pretty sure it got below 6,000 last week. It's obviously something that I still believe we're likely to go to zero, but I'm not, based on what I see on the chart, not what I hope for. Let me actually share with you what I see through here. All right, so now we're looking at Bitcoin. Let me bring up, say, 3 months worth of data. What do we see here on the Bitcoin? All right, what do we see? Very, very, very simple analysis. We have a high, a lower high, a lower high, and now this is now likely to be another lower high. Now, if Bitcoin is likely to change its trend, what level is that going to be? This whole significant level through here. In fact, the market needs to make a higher high for it to start to have a potential of changing trend. So we will need to hold through here and rally back up and out and close above at least this high through here. If not, get a nice strong rally back above this high through here, which would be like a bit of a double confirmation type thing. And then if we get a rally back down, we're now likely to see a rally through there. But the first port of call is where there's support level right now. But overall, what you want to do is you want to follow the highs and lows. Lower high, lower high, lower high. This is now likely to be another lower high. I'm not saying short Bitcoin, because this no guarantees this being a lower high. You need a bit of a plan to get in place. But that's what I'm seeing right now, and that's what I'm doing right now by looking at all of these markets and looking at all these charts and what's actually going on through there. So lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high, and I'm now likely to see a bit of a rally back up to the high side, moving into Bitcoin and moving into all of these charts as well too. So there we go, guys. Hope you enjoyed this bit of a market update. Give me a thumbs up, give me a like, share this video out, please, to people that like this video. And also leave a comment in the box below. Let me know what you loved about this video, and also any stocks you'd like me to check out for you as well. Have an amazing week, guys.